Hey guys, welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. In today's video, I wanted to do a wrap up of the dev live stream that we just had. Well, dev, the standard live stream we get. It's actually quite enjoyable. If you want, you can go watch the VOD of it over on their YouTube channel. But I want to give you guys the TLDR. Now, there's 3 codes in there. They will be in the pinned comment and the description. Go ahead and get your free Jades. Oh, throwing in here as well early, we get the 10 free summon login event type thing again, as we always do. Don't forget that. Free summons. Got to mention it. Happy days. Now, moving on past that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to TLDR everything in it really quick. And then, because I think the one thing that people are most interested in is the way the characters are going to work. And what I'll do is I'll tuck on a recording of them explaining each of the 3 new characters at the end, because it's just easier than trying to go in depth into what they said. And then I will go through all of the characters and stuff that we've got coming up, and do a whole video summarizing them, going over it all and stuff like that. But let's get into it. So what do we have in the update? First is going to be Dan Hung, or Imbibita Lune, as the first banner. The 4 stars on his banner are going to be Yukong, Asta, and March. I don't know how I feel about that one. I've already got Asta done. Not too stressed. Don't really need March, but hey, that's... If you're summoning for Dan. Now, Dan's kit, I'll quickly TLDR it. He's going to use multiple skill points to enhance his basic attack, and then his ultimate is going to offset his skill point usage in some way. That's the TLDR. Once again, I'll put the descriptions at the end. Fuschwin, she's going to be second. She's going to have a Lynx, Hook, and Pella on her banner. And Fuschwin's kit basically revolves around, what does she do? She can absorb damage that her teammates take. She can increase their crit rate. She can heal herself when she gets low. Stuff like that. Once again, I will put the whole thing at the end. I don't want to say anything I shouldn't be saying. So that's all there. I'll put that at the end. You can watch what they say. Then we have Lynx herself. Basically, she sounds pretty solid from what we're getting. Honestly, really solid. So she's going to have a single target heal that it can increase the taunt value of that ally that she heals if it is a destruction or a preservation character. I think that's really cool. Her ultimate's going to heal all allies, but also have a single cleanse, like a cleanse 1 debuff. So it's an AoE cleanse. That is not too bad. Once again, there's more to her kit, but I'll put that at the end. What else are we getting? We're getting the Trailblazer power cap increase to 240, which we already knew about, and they're going to have a reserve power system. I have seen this in a couple games before, and I absolutely love the reserve power system, where it like just if you overcap, it's okay because there's this second pool, and then as you drain this pool, it just fills that one up. So you've like got this it's like almost like having a bigger cap, but I don't know, it just feels good. I don't know why. I like it. I've had it in a couple other games. We got new main story coming. I don't know how much. It looks like just 1 mission, so I think it's going to be similar to the size of the one we just had. I don't think it's going to be like a huge new world and stuff like that. It sounds pretty small. We're also going to have companion missions, companion stories, whatever you want to call them, for Imbibita Dan. We're going to have one for March, going to have one for Lynx, and we're going to have one for Luca. They've got a big simulated universe update with these things called the Swarm. Honestly, the simulated universe thing looked confusing as hell when they were trying to explain it. Maybe it's just my pea brain, but I'll definitely go through that more as soon as it drops into the game. And if there's any guides or anything needed for it, I will definitely elaborate and go more into that. But, it just looks like they've laid it out in a chessboard, and you make moves, and then you go into zones, and then you have different buffs. It's like sort of like what it is, but a bit different is the way I got it. But there is going to be big rewards in it. We're going to get some self-modeling resins along with the normal stuff that we normally get with Jades and stuff like that. Moving on from that, other events that we've got happening. There's a big event in scale. I think it's like similar to the museum. It's going to stay around forever, but you'll have limited time rewards. Once again, it's going to have the self-modeling resin and a ton of other rewards, kind of like the museum did. It's one where you're going to be like moving shipping containers around the Lofu and stuff like that, was the basic gist. There's going to be some smaller events as well. I'm not going to go in details into them. There's going to be the double drop events again for the trace materials, and also for the simulated universe drops as well. So those will be coming back. One of the smaller events is going to give a free, or is it, maybe it was the big one, can't remember. One of the events is going to give a free Sushang as well. Unfortunately, no Luca for those that missed it, but it is what it is. There's going to be new bosses for the new Ascension materials for the new characters. I don't get the new Ascension material thing. I think it's just it's just tedious. Like, just make it the same so we don't end up with like 1 or 2 overcapped from going through the different difficulties. But that's just me. And the other thing I took note of was they're going to have wallpapers for your phone. You know, when you hit exit and it opens up like your little phone with the menu, like you get wallpapers for the background of that. Anyway, I think that pretty much covers everything in a TLDR version. How long did that take me? 5 minutes? I feel like that's a pretty good TLDR of it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at the characters, hear what they say. Like I said, it's easy just to listen to them say and like comment on it than try and repeat it all word for word. So let's go.
As an imaginary type character following the path of destruction, Dan Heng, Imbiber de Lunay's specialty is consuming multiple skill points to trigger an array of powerful abilities. Tapping the skill button enhances the effects of Imbiber de Lunay's basic attack, Beneficent Lotus, up to 3 times.
So, and we use this in the trial version where you can do it up to 3 times and it consumes skill points. But if you noticed in the trial version, sometimes he wasn't doing it. They'll mention that in a sec. But you can enhance it up to 3 times using skills. I like multiple skill point consumption because I'm a QQ man. You guys know it.
Times in succession. Depending on the number of enhancements, Beneficent Lotus becomes Transcendence, Divine Spear, and Fulgurant Leap, respectively. Hits per action and damage dealt increase with each enhancement. Additionally, single target damage is replaced with multiple target damage in both Divine Spear and Fulgurant Leap.
So what I'm getting out of that is each skill point increases the damage of it, and then if you use 2 or 3 skill points, it becomes AoE damage.
And Imbiber de Lunay's talent, Righteous Heart, amplifies the damage he deals as the number of hits per action in the current turn increases.
Sounds like skill point management is going to be pretty important for Imbiber de Lunay's.
So that talent just sounds like more of an addition to it. Now, I don't know if the extra hits from his ultimate can snowball on top of that as well. We'll have to wait and see.
Allies.
Hold that thought. When using his ultimate, Imbiber de Lunay deals imaginary damage to a single target and adjacent enemies, while also receiving a set amount of Squama Sacrosancta. Squama Sacrosancta can be used to offset Imbiber de Lunay's skill point consumption.
Man, Secret Strength Dan Heng is kind of a one.
So it seems like you're going to be playing him pretty basic unless you have excess skill points. And then after his ult, it sounds like my guess would be that it gives you like 3 stacks. So you can just do like a fully charged enhanced basic after an ult for free. So I'm thinking energy regeneration already on him. Maybe. I always say energy regeneration though. I'm pathetic.
Man band.
Oh, that's not all. Imbiber de Lunay's technique, Heaven Quelling Prismadragon, allows him to enter a leaping dragon state for a set time. In this state, using an attack causes Imbiber de Lunay to lunge forwards a set distance and strike all enemies he comes into contact with.
Cool.
Entering battle in this way allows Imbiber de Lunay to acquire a set amount of Squama Sacrosancta.
Hello.
Could be kind of like Yukong, where it's handy for your daily farming route if you do it. But it would, I feel like that would be alright. It feels like a pretty quick dash. We'll have to wait and see. But that is it for Danny Boy. All right, time for Fuschwin.
Field. Fuschwin is a quantum type character following the path of preservation. But where other path of preservation characters mainly use shields for defense, Fuschwin takes a different road.
Precisely. After using her skill, Fuschwin activates the Matrix of Prescience, which lasts for a set number of turns. This allows Fuschwin to absorb some of that damage for her allies.
So damage split.
When the Matrix of Prescience is active, it grants the knowledge effect to the entire team, increasing characters' max HP and crit rate. Fuschwin's talent offers a variety
Crit rate buff,
of
nice.
effects. Firstly, Fuschwin can provide a permanent misfortune avoidance state, reducing the damage taken by the entire team.
So reduce damage taken by entire team, max HP increase, and crit rate up is the buff so far, and she has a damage link.
Secondly, when Fuschwin's HP drops below a set percentage, she recovers a set percentage of HP.
POV, you're Fuschwin's enemy. Why are my attacks
And a smart heal.
her?
That's not all. Fuschwin's ultimate deals quantum damage to all enemies, but it also increases the frequency of her talent's HP restoration effect. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, Fuschwin's technique can grant a barrier for the whole team that lasts for a set duration. During exploration, the barrier blocks all enemy attacks, thereby preventing battles that would otherwise have triggered in this way. Her technique also activates the Matrix of Prescience automatically at the start of the next battle.
That's
I mean, that's not bad if you don't want to do fights in the overworld, but that is it for Fuschwin. And now we have Lynx, who honestly looks
Path of
pretty
Abundance,
cracked for a
who
4-star
provides
healer.
a variety of healing for her team. Her skill can restore HP to a single ally and grant them survival response for a set number of turns, boosting their max HP. If an ally with survival response follows the paths of destruction or preservation, the likelihood of them being targeted by enemy attacks increases.
So good.
Increased enemy aggression? Guess
I feel like it's really good that they added in the destruction or preservation. Now, there could be other niche characters where you're like, I want them to get hit. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But in general, I feel like it's not too bad to have that. Like, good synergies there. And, like, heal, max HP increase, and taunt value. Nice.
Lynx's ultimate restores health too and dispels one debuff from each ally. That thing's huge!
AoE heal with a cleanse for a single
I
debuff.
know. Talk
That's
about
solid.
a hard pill to swallow, huh?
Yeah.
Anyone? Sarah? No? Anjali?
See, I'm just wondering how she even fits it in her backpack.
Sometimes big things come in small packages. You know, I forgot to mention Lynx's talent. It can grant a continuous healing effect to targets of her skill and ultimate for a set number of turns. This effect will further restore a set amount of HP to characters with survival response. Similar.
So she's got single target heal with taunt value with max HP increase, AoE heal with a cleanse of 1 debuff, and every time she heals, she puts continuous healing. That's pretty sick for a 4-star.
Her technique can also grant a continuous healing effect for a set number of turns, but to the entire team. Talk about being a reliable healer.
That's our little.
And that pretty much sums it up. So that is going to be it. That's the roundup of the character skills. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's going to be a pretty good update, to be honest. I really like where they're going. I'm actually most excited about Lynx. I think she just looks like an absolute cracked 4-star. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.